Allison. Really a pleasure to be part of the fundraiser flow today. It's going to be a little 45-minute yoga for all, Hatha flow. So do a little movement, we'll do a little loving ourselves, and then a little kind of guided meditation at the end, setting us up for a good day. It's early for me. I don't normally teach at 9 a.m. So yeah, let's get right in. This is a yoga for all flow, so it obviously blocks if you use them. I have a little blanket so I can sit up on it because we're going to start in a seated position. So if you want to grab maybe a bolster, as you see I have it in the corner here, whatever you need, or maybe you sit on the blanket or sit on the block. Let's just come into a nice, comfortable seat. Maybe you go into Sukhasana, maybe Baddha Konasana if that's your jam. Maybe just seated however you feel comfortable. From here, let's close our eyes if that suits, if you're in a place that feels safe. Rest your hands wherever they naturally fall. Just take a moment to start by recognizing our breath. Let's take a deep inhale in through the nose. Deep exhale out of the mouth. Make some noise. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Feel those shoulders drop. Inhale again through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Last one we do together, deepest breath you've taken all day. In through the nose. And make some noise out of the mouth. Let it all go. Just take another moment here, letting the breath return to normal. Anytime it gets hard today, you feel a bit maybe tired, under the weather. I know I'm definitely fighting the cold. Return to the breath. Deep inhales in through the nose, out of the mouth to clear the heat out of the body. Or just exhale out through the nose. The breath is there to help you and guide you through the practice. So let's flutter those eyes open. Enter the room, return wherever you are, and let's just start by loving ourselves a bit. Let's take our arms out wide, give ourselves a nice hug. Now maybe you just grab those elbows, maybe up the arms, maybe you can grab the shoulders, whatever feels comfortable for you, or maybe you're like, oh, I'm real tight, maybe just the wrists. Whatever your hug is today. Take a moment to settle into your hug, settle into the seat. And on an inhale, we're going to be in the center. Exhale, we're just going to twist to the side, whichever side feels comfortable. Inhale into the center. Exhale to twist. Like inhale to the center. Exhale to twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. All right, from here, inhale, look up, arms come up. Exhale, rounding the back, chin to chest, coming into a little modified cat-cow. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, rounding the back, chin to chest, belly button draws in. Once more, inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, break free, shake those arms, come back to seated. All right, let's do the other side. Take your arms wide, give yourself a hug the other way, maybe this way. Whichever way is the opposite to what you've just done. And again, wherever feels comfortable. This side could be different. Maybe just the elbows. Inhale into the center. Exhale, twist. Into the center. Exhale, twist. Inhale the center. Exhale to twist. Your breath, your movement. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's come back to center on an inhale. Now, from here, we're going to do that modified variation on the cat-cow. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, rounding the back, chin to chest, belly button draws in. Inhale up. Exhale down. Once more, inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, break free. Arms come down. Great. Now from here, we're just going to inhale, arms come up either side. Make it nice and big, like you're holding something big over your head. Inhale to the center. Exhale, we're just going to bend over to whichever side. Inhale and exhale deeply as you bend a little deeper. Maybe the bottom arm drops down, fingertips on the sky, or on the ground. Maybe you look up to the sky. Inhaling and exhaling to bend. Inhale and exhale. Let's inhale to center. Arms come up. Reset. Nice and wide. Take a moment. And on an exhale, bend to the other side. Again, arms are wide. Give yourself some space. Maybe that bottom arm drops down. Looking up perhaps. With each inhale and exhale, maybe you bend a little deeper to the side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Once more, inhale and exhale. Come to center, reset, drop those arms. Great. Let's just do some, my shoulders seem a little tight still. Let's just do a few shoulder rolls. Your breath, your movement, make this organic. Just shoulders come up to the ears, down the back. Reverse that circle whenever you feel like you need to. Maybe you get your arms in, get them elbows going. Reverse it a few more times. A few click, click, clicks. All right, let's come back to center. Let's just take a moment to just do some neck rolls as well. On an inhale, bring that chin up to the sky. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale down. Apologize for the sirens, New York City life. Inhale, that chin comes up. Exhale, that chin comes down. Let's reverse that. Inhale, chin comes up. Exhale down. Ooh, feeling clicky clicks. Inhale, chin up. Exhale down. And once more, inhale up. And exhale down. Let's take a moment to reset, come back to our seat, and now we're going to come through to our hands and knees. Now, you might want to keep your little blanket, if you're using one, to pad your knees just for a moment. We're only going to be here for a second. Or you can move it out of the way if you don't need it anymore. Just come hands and knees very quickly. Let's make sure our palms are pressed firmly on the ground. We're creating a little dome as we press our fingerprints into the mat. Tops of those feet pressing into the ground. Our shoulders, our wrists are lined. Our knees are in line with our hips. And I'm going to give you a chance here that traditionally you would do maybe a cat-cow or maybe some hip movements, but I want you to do whatever feels naturally. And maybe it's nothing. Like, I'm skipping this. That's fine. But for me, as I inhale, maybe I'm going to do a little kind of almost like big old circle with my body, back and forth, just to open it up. Maybe I feel a little, ooh yeah, my hips feeling a little tight. Give a little attention, wiggle them hips, wiggle that bum, back and forth. Just take a time to have a little bit of play. And maybe your wrists are screaming at you, so maybe you just come up off them onto those fingertips. And just, move around. Organic, breathe. Keep on breathing. All right, we're gonna come back, hands and knees, and 3, and 2, and 1. All right, great. Back to those hands and knees. Now slowly, I'm gonna move my blanket out of the way because we're gonna come down onto our belly. So just gonna slowly come back with my knees, bringing my belly, my chest down to the ground. So from here, my hands nice and firmly on the mat underneath my shoulders. My Tops of my toes are pressing into the mat. And on an inhale, I'm just going to very slowly bring my forehead, face, chest off the ground. Now, you might be able to come up a bit higher, maybe you're a bit lower. Just breathe. Deeply, deeply breathe. Inhale and exhale. Feel the wave of your breath moving your body up and down. Once more, inhale. And exhale, come back down. Forehead to the mat. Okay, maybe we shake it out a little, shake out the hips. We're going to do that again. Little baby cobra prep. Helping that back open up. So on an inhale, coming up off the mat. Maybe a little bit more this time. Maybe pressing into those hands, pressing into the feet, bringing your chest up off the ground a little bit more. Inhale and exhale. Feel the breath move your body. Inhale and exhale. Once more, inhale. And exhale slowly back down. Now, one more time. You do you. Maybe you keep it low. Maybe you keep on laying down. You don't move at all. Maybe you press up into an upward facing dog. Your jam. So inhale. Coming off the mat. Your version. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Once more, inhale. Exhale, come down to the mat. Well done. All right, let's come back. We're going to push back into our hands and knees, and we're going to come up into our first downward facing dog. Now, you might just be able to push on back. Maybe you want to grab those blocks if you use them in your downward dog. My hands are firmly planted into the mat or the block, tucking my toes and organically pushing my hips up towards the sky. Take a moment to reset. I take my feet nice and wide, nice bend in those knees, making sure that I'm pushing my hips up, inverting them over my chest. Bending the knees helps to get those hips up. Pressing into the hands. Inhale. And exhale. Let those shoulders relax. Your head naturally in between your arms. Inhale. And exhale. Once more. Inhale. And exhale. Great. Now we're going to meet at the back of the mat. So if you need to take a moment with your blocks, just walk it back. Back of the mat. And a forward fold. Now, first forward fold of the day. So let's keep those knees nice and bent. Use those blocks for your hands. Bring the floor up to you if you need. Just inhale and exhale deeply here. Now, if you have a bit of a belly, just take a moment, push it out of the way so you can keep that bend nice and deep over the legs. Inhale. And exhale. All right, we're going to do a little twist here. So if you're using blocks, just have it right underneath your face. We're going to take our right hand to the block, bending into our right knee, straightening our left leg, and we're going to inhale, bring our left arm up to the sky. Inhale. And exhale. You could be here. Maybe this is too much. Inhale. And exhale. Once more, inhale. And exhale back to center. Whew, shake it out. Let it go. Let's do the other side. Left arm comes in the middle of the mat, in the face, bending into that left leg. Right leg straightens. Inhale. Right arm comes up to the sky. Up on my fingertips here on my block, giving myself space. Inhale. And exhale. Once more, inhale. And exhale, come back to center, shake it out. Now, we're going to roll up, super duper slow. Vertebrae by vertebrae. I use my hands, I'll paint my body, coming all the way up to stand. Now, from here, if you got to shift your clothes, that's fine. Let's take a nice wide stance as we start. Bending into those knees. We're just going to give ourselves a little bit of room to shake those hips, shake them out. Nice bend in the legs. Get used to standing. Okay, we're going to do a little half sun style just to warm up that body. So I'd like to take my feet nice and wide. You can have them together if that's your preference. Nice little bend in the knee. Inhale, I'm going to sweep my arms up, Either side of my ears, my hands are nice and wide, giving myself space. Inhale here a few times, feeling your feet connecting with the ground. Nice little micro bend in those knees. Tailbone is tucked, chest is tall, chin parallel with the mat. Inhale, maybe I look up, maybe a little micro back bend. Exhale, super duper slow, knees bent, paint the sky, coming forward into a forward fold. You've been here before. Maybe you press that belly in so you can fold a little deeper. Hands come to the blocks if you need them. Let it all hang. On an inhale, halfway lift. Hands come, blocks, shins, thighs, hips, whatever is comfortable. Keep that back straight, like a little 7 shape, looking out over a cliff edge in front of you. Inhale deeply here. Stay for the exhale. Once more, inhale. And exhale, fold over, let it go. From here, inhale, we're gonna sweep on up. Arms up, look up. Take up space, inhale. And exhale, come back, mountain pose. Let's do that one more time. Keep ourselves nice and warm. Inhale, sweep those arms up high. Maybe a little back bend, if it's coming to you. Exhale, paint the sky, knees bent, folding forward, coming over, forward fold. Again, we're gonna inhale into a half lift, your version. Use those blocks this time. Stay for the exhale. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, fold forward, let it go. Now, inhale, sweep those arms up high. Exhale, mountain pose. All right, great. Now, join me at the middle of the mat. If you're using your blocks, bring them with you. From here, we're gonna just do one of my favorite things, especially in the morning after a long work week, which I have had one. Feet are nice and wide, knees are bent, and just let yourself organically stand. There is no need to worry about a shape here. We're just gonna stand here. I'm gonna have my eyes closed, my shoulders relaxed, nice and connected to the ground. I'm gonna inhale deeply. And as I exhale, I'm just gonna let my body, arms, chest, kind of twist side to side. Inhale and exhale. Your breath, your movement. Maybe this is slow. Maybe on the inhale, you come to the center, exhale, you twist. Maybe it's side to side. Maybe as you do this more and more, you're like, ooh, I wanna go fast. Maybe I'm gonna let my arms knock and hit my body. I believe this is knocking on heaven's door. I think that's what some people call it. I don't know if there's an official term. But keep those knees bent, keep breathing, don't lock yourself out. Whatever organic movement happens, maybe you don't want to do anything with your arms, you just let them kind of sway, you let your hips go more. Just let it go, shake it out. Oh, maybe you gotta give a good moan. All right, we're gonna come back to center in 3, and 2, and 1. Whew. All right, take a moment. Whew. Close my eyes. Whew. Let that sink in. Okay, and now let's take our legs nice and wide. We're gonna get into a little bit of movement, a little bit of flow, as they say. All right, legs are wide, wider than your hips. Bring your heels in ever so slightly so your toes are pointing towards the corner of your mat. And from here, we're just gonna sink into a little preparatory goddess pose. Our knees are tracking out over our ankles. Tailbone is tucked. Let's keep our hands on our hips for now. And give yourself a little bit of movement, a little bit of room to kind of get into this. Might be your first hip and hope opener of the day. It is for me. Inhaling and exhaling deeply. All right, now from here, if you're moving, take a minute to station yourself nice and tall. We're gonna inhale to the center. Exhale, take that right shoulder, drop it in between the legs, kind of twisting down. Now this might be a great time you to place your hand on a block, put your left hand on your thigh. Inhale and exhale, maybe you sink a little deeper into the middle. Inhale and exhale. Once more, inhale And exhale, very slowly come back up to center. Maybe you straighten your legs, shake them out, let it go. Ooh. All right, let's come back, center, sink down again, give ourselves a moment, sink on in. Maybe this time we go a little bit deeper, or maybe you're like, absolutely not, I'm here, this is it, that's fine. Wherever you are today, let's center ourselves, inhale deeply, exhale, drop that left shoulder in between the legs. Again, blocks, bring that floor up to you, right arm on that thigh. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Once more, inhale. And exhale, come back up nice and slow into center, straighten the legs, shake it out, let it go. All right, let's go to a few flow poses. So we're gonna take our right foot and point those toes towards the short edge of the mat, and we're gonna basically do a little shimmy to come into a high lunge. So take a moment, you're coming onto the, get your balance, come up onto the tip toes of that back left foot. Our right toes are pointing forward, our knee is bent, hands on our waist if that helps us get our balance. From here, just take a moment to find your balance. Maybe you bend those knees up and down, feeling where is comfortable. If this is too much, drop your knee down to the mat. Maybe you use a block. Inhale and exhale. Now if you're able, if you're feeling it today, maybe the arms come up. And maybe you open those arms up, opening your chest up. Inhale and exhale. Once more, inhale and exhale. Great. Now we're going to drop that left foot down, coming parallel with the short edge of the mat at the back, coming into warrior two. Take a moment, reset those feet if you need, bending into that front leg. Our arms come up, either side, looking out over the front right middle finger, chest is tall. Inhale here and exhale. Look down. Can you see your front right big toe? Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Great. Now, on an inhale, straighten that front leg, sweep that front arm up towards the sky. Back arm drops down. You can bring it behind your back for a little bind. Comes down the back leg. Little reverse warrior. Inhale. Maybe we look up. Maybe if that's too much for your neck, look down. Inhale. And exhale. Once more, inhale. And exhale, rebend that front leg. Arms come back out. Warrior two. Now, let's take a moment. We're going to open our arms up like goddess pose. So that's like a cactus of the arms. From here, we're going to inhale, look up towards the sky. Exhale, we're going to bring our body down in between or on the inside of our right leg. A little humble warrior variation. Now from here, this might be too much. Grab them blocks, bring them up, support those hands. Inhale and exhale. Keep that knee bent. Inhale and exhale. Once more, inhale. Exhale, roll up, super duper slow, coming back up into our warrior two legs, goddess arms. Oh, all right, so now here we're going to shimmy back into our high lunge. I did it with my goddess arms, very proud of myself. I'm going to shift my blocks out of the way because from here I'm going to step forward into mountain pose, dropping the arms down either side. Now, I'm going to take a moment to set up my blocks, show you how to use them if you'd like to use them for a little flow. So we're coming into our mountain pose, sweeping our arms up high. Exhale, fold over those legs. From here, half lift, your version. Now, exhale, we're going to step back in. You can flow, so you can come into your plank, drop your knees down, chest and chin come down to the ground. Do a little baby cobra here, and then pushing back into downward dog through the knees. My hands are on my blocks, providing me with support. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now, we're going to step to the middle of the mat. Feet and hands meet, bring your blocks, and we're going to roll up to stand. Blocks in hand if you're using them. Now, we're going to step out wide again, coming in to our goddess. So our legs are wide, our heels are in, bending in to our knees. From here, let's come into goddess arms. Inhale and exhale. Once more, inhale and exhale. Now, inhale, maybe you look up. Exhale, maybe you fold the body forward. Goddess arms. Ooh, coming in, flat back. From here, maybe it's too much. Dropping those arms down, hands down, supporting your back. Basically, we're like in a forward fold with our top half, goddess legs with the bottom half. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, roll up. Ever so slow. All right. Straighten those legs, shake it out. Using blocks, take them to the other side of the mat, the left foot, because we're going there. All right, so left toes rather, point towards the short edge of the mat. Our right foot parallel with the short edge of the back of the mat, bending in to our front knee, and then we're gonna shift forward, shift our back foot forward, into a high lunge. Man, early for me. All right, bending into that front knee. Take a moment, maybe do a little bounce. Find your space, what's comfortable. Again, hands on hips will assist with the balance. Maybe we drop that knee, whatever you're feeling. This side could be totally different than the other side. Up on them tiptoes. Take a moment, maybe we goddess. Try it out. Maybe we look up, shaky balance. Inhale here. All right, exhale. Let's focus on dropping that back foot down. Our front toes come forward, bending into that front knee. Arms come up, warrior two. Let's check in. Feet are in the right place. Chest is tall, tailbone tucked. Arms out, looking out over that front middle finger. Inhaling here and exhaling. Find your space. Maybe you do a little different, something with your arms. Maybe you want to go right into, maybe we do the goddess variation here. Inhale and exhale. Once more, inhale and exhale. Now, you know where we're going. Let's take our arms into goddess. We're going to look up, get our balance. On an exhale, dropping that body down inside the left leg. Now, we can keep our goddess arms. Maybe our arms sweep up, sweep back. Fingertips towards the sky. Or perhaps we use our blocks. A little bit of support. Inhale. And exhale. Once more, inhale. And exhale. Roll up ever so slowly. Coming back in to warrior two. All right. From here, we're going to very, very sexily go into our high lunge towards the back of the mat. Again, take a moment. Feel it here. Maybe we try something different with those arms. It's up to you. And then we step forward into our mountain pose at the back of the mat. Shifting my blocks, getting them ready. Inhale, sweep those arms high. Exhale, fold over those legs. Inhale, half lift, your version. Exhale, fold, step back. I'm going to step straight into downward facing dog. You can take this opportunity, knees, chest, chin, chaturanga, whatever you're feeling today. Let's meet in downward dog for one moment. Inhale. And exhale. Once more, inhale. And exhale. Great. Now, let's step to the to the middle of the mat. Hands come back. We meet each other here. And very slowly, we roll on up. Now, take your blocks, set them off to the side, and we're all going to meet at the top of the mat. One final sun sal to come down. Do a little heart opener. All right. Inhale, sweep those arms up high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, your version. Exhale, fold. Step back, coming straight onto your knees. Now, take a moment to just set yourself up. If your knees are screaming at you, grab yourself a blanket. I'm gonna make mine not so, you don't want it very thick, you want it very thin, so you can make connection with your top of your feet to the back of the mat. So our hips and our knees are in line. I'm pressing in to the back, into the mat with the tops of my feet, bringing my chest tall, and I'm gonna just start with my hands on my hips here. Just to get nice and comfortable, making sure that I feel like I'm nice and grounded into the mat. I'm gonna do a little camel prep and then camel in your way, whatever you're feeling today. So I'm gonna start by putting my hands low back. I'm gonna inhale to center myself, to root down. And I'm gonna exhale, pushing my pelvis forward, rounding my chest to the ceiling, my chin comes up. Maybe for you, you're here, you're just kind of pushing forward with your body, your head not coming back. Whatever you're feeling, just remember to breathe. Breathe deep. Perhaps with each breath, you can come a little bit deeper back. Inhale and exhale. Now, make sure that you take your hands to the small of your back, because on the next exhale, I just want you to come up very slowly. Head is the last thing to come up. All right, so take a moment, shake it out. That might have been like, what? I didn't know we were going there. Well, you know, let's try it out. Now, if this is too much for you, your back is giving you pain, please nix it, take a seat, and just have a moment or come into child's pose, whatever you feel is most comfortable for you. Maybe you do a little baby cobra. Okay, let's do it again. Hands, for me, small of the back, rooting down on the inhale. On an exhale, I'm gonna push my pelvis forward, my chest rounds up, my chin rounds up, and for me, I'm gonna use a little block here, and I'm gonna just drop a hand down, finding that block. Inhale and exhale, keep breathing. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Great. I'm gonna bring my hands to the small of my back, and on the exhale, I'm gonna come out. Head is last. Whew, all right, I'm gonna sit back, shake it out, take a moment. We'll do the other side. Okay, or do it again in full if that is what is calling you today, or skipping it entirely, up to you. Okay, I have my block on the other side, prepping it up, pressing into my feet, hands to the low back, taking a moment to center here. Inhaling, exhaling, pressing that pelvis forward, chest rounds up, chin rounds up. I drop my hand, I find my block. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. My hands come to the small of my back. And on an exhale, I come up, head last. Wow, all right. Now, from here, let's counteract all that. Depending on how you want to do it, you come into your version of child's pose. I take my knees wide, drop those hips back. My bum and my heels never meet. And my hands come out long in front of me. And today I'm going to use that block, bringing the floor up to me for my forehead. Letting my shoulders relax, getting a nice, really nice opening in the shoulders with my head lifted off the ground. Inhale and exhale. Once more, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Great. Very slowly, let's come back up to seated. I'm going to move my blocks out of the way. I don't know if we'll need them again, but they're there just in case. I'm going to move my blanket out of the way, and let's meet in a seated forward fold position. So seated with our legs out long in front of us. If you got a little extra junk in that trunk, move it out of the way. Use your hands so that your tailbone and your sits bones are connecting with the ground. I keep my legs wide, making room for my belly. My toes are pointing up to the sky. My back is straight, just taking a moment here in staff pose, just to connect to the ground again, nice and grounded before we inhale, lifting those arms up nice and wide, giving ourselves space. Exhale, folding over those legs. Again, if you've got a belly, tuck it in, move it out of the way. Maybe bend in those knees. Hands rest wherever they fall. Don't push it. Listen to the body. We're making sure that our back is flat. We're looking out in front of us. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. Once more, inhale and exhale. Great. Let's roll up ever so slowly. Head comes up last. Great. Now, let's take this might be too much. We did do a little hip opening, but if it is in your practice and you feel like you want to give it a go, bring the soles of your feet together, and maybe this is a great place for you to grab your blocks, place them under the knees, just coming in to a little Baddha Konasana. Obviously, I have my heels away from my body in a good amount of space. My soles of my feet are together. My knees are assisted with blocks. My back is tall. My hands are resting on my shins. Sitting up tall. Inhaling deeply here. And on an exhale, just folding forward over those legs. My hands come down. They're on my toes. My back is straight again. I'm looking out in front of me, nice and long. Chest is shining forward. Inhale. And exhale. Once more, inhale. And exhale, round the back. Let that chin fall just for a moment. And then roll up ever so slowly. Head comes up last. Okay, great. Now, as we're going to finish with a little guided meditation. You are welcome to take that in Baddha Konasana, which we were just in. You can do this reclined, lying down, if that is in your practice, if you'd like a little corpse pose. I'm going to stay seated. I'm going to grab my blanket again. I'm going to come for me into a little, actually, I think I might do a little Baddha Konasana, a little supported with my blocks. So however you want to finish this practice, just taking the last few minutes together to connect, guided meditation, find that pose. And I want you to take a moment. We started this way. Arms come out wide and give yourself a hug. However you find, whatever you feel is a hug for you. Again, maybe it's just a casual, like grabbing of the shoulders, wrists. Maybe it's a real deep hug, which I need a real deep hug today. Almost constricting myself, making sure that I feel that I am supporting myself. And the reason I'm asking you to come and give yourself a hug as we start this little guided meditation is, this is all about choosing love. That's the charity. Well, we need to love ourselves before we can decide to choose love and pass that on to others. So take a moment to just hug yourself. You are loved. You need to love yourself. You are loved by others. And then you can pass that love on to people that you don't know, to strangers you've never met, because they deserve love too. So take a moment, hug yourself. Maybe you keep that hug going as we come into the final moments of practice. Maybe you let those arms relax. Eyes are closed if they weren't already, or a soft gaze down to the floor, whatever feels most safe and comfortable for you. As I said, we'll just take a few moments of quiet reflection here, guided meditation. The breath return to normal. And if you're like me, my mind is already racing with my to-do lists, which is fine. But let's just take a moment to override that by internally saying to ourselves on our inhales that I'm loved, and on our exhale that I choose love. Inhaling our love in, I am loved. Exhaling, I choose love, the love we give to others. Inhaling the love in, and exhaling the love out. Take a moment once more to just inhale that love in, to exhale that love out. Let's do a final breath together in unison to close out the practice. We'll inhale in deeply through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. If it's in your practice, I welcome you to bring your hands to heart center. Perhaps they're stacked, or an Anjali Mudra prayer position, pressing into the heart, feeling your heart beating, the heat from your body. Take a moment here to thank yourself, to thank each other, to thank this practice that has been passed on by generations and generations that we can share with each other. I'm grateful for you allowing me to guide you on this little practice. I hope that it reminds you that you are loved and that you can pass that love on to others. There's plenty of love to give. Again, I thank you. I welcome you to bring that Anjali Mudra up to the third eye if that is in your practice. And from this moment, I would say that the student and teacher in me sees, honors, and bows down to that same student and teacher in each of you. Thank you very much for coming.